Hey everyone, Couch Investor back to another video for today. So let's talk about Amazon. Is Amazon in big trouble? If you don't know what I'm talking about the FTC suing Amazon over unlawful practices when it comes to Prime subscriptions, and making it very, very difficult for customers to cancel their Prime subscription. Now, I'll explain this. I'll also explain why Amazon is still my number 2 position. It's probably going to stay my number 2 position for a long, long time, because I do think that day one has passed, but right now we're at day 2. I think the e-commerce business can become much leaner. I think with the rise of AI, remember they have AWS, which will help the business tremendously as well. But with the rise of AI, robotics, etc., I do think that the lower margin side of their business is going to become leaner, and that's how their business will create billions in free cash flow in the future, because right now, obviously, that has not been the case for a while. We also have 2 analyst comments, so we're going to cover that. But first, the issue with the FTC. So the FTC sues Amazon over deceptive Prime subscription tactics. Trying to cancel Prime can be an epic undertaking. Now already stop here, because I am a Prime member, and to be honest, yes, of course, when you click cancel, you cannot cancel directly. It asks you again, are you sure you want to cancel? Maybe we can offer you something better, etc., etc. Now, if you're like me and you've been on the internet and you have subscriptions for various services, you know that this is not specific to Amazon. You know that a lot of other services do the same thing. When you click unsubscribe, when you click cancel, usually they ask you why you want to unsubscribe. And also sometimes they give you maybe better offers. If you say it's too expensive, then suddenly you get a discount for the next 3 to 6 months or something like that. And then if you continue to say no, then you get to cancel. So this is not something specific to Amazon, but since Amazon is a big tech, and since the FTC chair is already known for her abuse of power, this does not surprise me. So they say here, when someone is signed up to Prime, the complaint alleges that Amazon makes canceling the sub a task involving multiple unnecessary steps, which could cause some people give up before the end. The FTC also claims that Amazon's leaders slowed or rejected design changes that would have made it easier for subscribers to cancel the service. FTC Chair Lina Khan says that Amazon tricked and trapped people into recurrent subscriptions without their consent, not only frustrating users, but also costing them significant money. The agency also claims that Amazon made multiple attempts to delay and hinder the investigation. Well, first of all, tricked and trapped people into recurrent subscriptions without their consent. Well, I don't think that's true. And again, government doesn't need to have that much power on my finances. If I am someone responsible, if I'm someone that is looking at my bank account and suddenly I see subscriptions that I've forgotten about, usually what I do is go and cancel them. I'm sorry, but I'm not giving power to the government to control what I'm spending on or what I'm not spending on. And of course, an Amazon spokesperson said that the FTC's claims are false on the facts and the law. The truth is that customers love Prime, and by design we make it clear and simple for customers to both sign up for or cancel their Prime membership. Well, it's true, Prime members have been growing each and every year. If they didn't like the service, well, we would see a negative reaction already, which was not the case. Now, continuing here a bit on the Prime aspect of the business, we have an analyst at JP Morgan that said that Amazon may surpass Walmart as the largest US retailer, of course, if these growth rate projections are reached. Now, what could help with that? Well, Prime Day. Prime Day is announced for July. Last year we had 2 of those, in July and in October. Right now there's only 1 announced in July. So Prime Day is back this July 11th and 12th with big savings, new Amazon exclusive deals, and celebrity product launches. Of course, you need to have an Amazon Prime membership to be able to participate during those 2 days. Now, these are the countries that will participate during the Prime Day. Now, of course, this is one way to attract even more customers to subscribe to Prime. This also will drive more GMV, and that's just one of the ways to increase Prime memberships. Because remember, when you got Prime, you also get the video services. Now, Jeff Bezos said that indirectly or directly actually, if they win a Golden Globes because of one of their shows, he said that it's directly contributing to someone maybe buying shoes on their platform because, well, they've got the Prime memberships, and then they go shop on Amazon.com, free shipping, probably some discounts as well sometimes. Boom, there you have another sale. Now, before I continue, if you enjoyed this type of video so far, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not. And if you want to support me even further, do check out the link down in the description and in the pinned comment to get the top 10 best stocks to buy now, or go to fool.com/couchinvestor. So now let's talk about how AI could help the business. And to that, I want to start with a note from an analyst at Jefferies. So he noted that the tech giant is a core beneficiary from the rise of AI due to, in large part, of its cloud computing unit, Amazon Web Services. While Amazon lags its mega cap peers in generative AI capabilities today, which I don't 100% agree with that, we talked about the bedrock and every other aspect there, the AI opportunity remains early, and we expect Amazon's rich history of innovation will help them close the AI gap over time. The analyst raised his price target on Amazon to $150 from $135. He also added that operating margins are expected to rise in 2023 to 3.9%, up from 2.4%, as the company continues to improve profitability, something the analysts expect will lead to estimate revisions through 2024. I 100% agree on that point. And you can already see some improvements in the last quarter. So operating income was up 30% year over year. Then if you look at the segments, so North America net sales were up 11% year over year. Then operating income, finally, not a loss anymore, close to $900 million. But of course, if we scroll down and we look at internationally still growing, although this time was a bit flat-ish, but macroeconomic environment isn't great, but they're also operating in less profitable markets currently. And so the operating loss here still down 3% year over year, but we see some improvements already from Q3, Q4, and then now Q1. And we can continue to see more improvement here when we look at free cash flow in the trailing 12 months. That's up 82% year over year. Of course, still negative. But if you look at the operating cash flow, that has been improving quite nicely since Q1 2022, $39 billion. Now Q1 2023, $54.3 billion. And last thing here, and this is with regards to the acquisition of iRobot. By the way, I closed my trade. If you're following me on Twitter, you know that a couple of weeks ago, I asked why not buy iRobot as a trade, because it was trading at around $35 or so, and Amazon agreed to buy the shares at a much higher price. And so, not so long ago, we got the news that the UK has approved the acquisition by Amazon. They say that the CMA has found, in light of Amazon's broader business strategy and ongoing product development activities, that there was a realistic prospect that Amazon would have started to supply its own RVC product absent the merger. Basically, they're saying here that, well, given iRobot's market position in the UK, there is already enough competitors out there. And on the basis of that, the CMA has found that even if Amazon would have entered the UK RVC market absent the merger, there would in any event be sufficient remaining constraint to ensure that the merger does not give rise to competition concern in relation to loss of future competition in RVCs in the UK. And so a nice little trade there of 40%, closed it out. I usually don't trade, but in this case, I thought this was a bit strange. The disconnect was pretty big. Of course, the timing here was perfect, doesn't always work out. Some people might say you might do the same with Activision and Microsoft, but I do think that there is way more risk with that acquisition. Now, overall, that will be it for this video. Of course, with Amazon, as with other big tech companies, there will still be a lot of pressure when it comes to anti-competitiveness, FTC, etc., etc. But the bottom line here is, if they'll keep on attacking big tech companies when they want to acquire smaller companies because, well, we're not allowing you to buy the small company, you're too big, etc., etc., what usually will happen? Usually what will happen is those huge corporations who have billions and billions of dollars could just outspend the smaller player, and then that's it. That smaller player in a year or two will not exist anymore. Instead, let them be acquired. At least those people, more likely than not, will keep their jobs and will continue. That's how innovation continues and continues. Of course, sometimes big tech need a slap on the wrist. But every single move that they make being put under the microscope, I don't think is the right move. Overall, that would be it for this video. Of course, do share your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.